volta.
Lana!
Mais barulho, galera!
Mais barulho, galera!
I don't know how to say I love you all though. Amo.
Todos.
Eu amo vocês.
Say it again.
Eu
Eu
amo
amo
vocês.
vocês.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
can you say?
Thank you.
Can you say eu amo vocês?
Eu amo vocês.
Yeah. Did you? Lana, welcome. We are so excited to have you here because since day one of ccxp, you are one of the most artists that people quote to say, "Oh, I want to see Lana. Please bring Lana. Please bring Lana." And now you're
I'm
here.
here. I know, it's crazy. I'm always filming in the month of December, so it was really hard to get away. So now that the show's finished, I'm free. I can come here. So thank you for having me.
It's really good to finally have you here, and how it is to have this, to get in touch with Brazilian fans. Are they passionate?
Oh my God, they're so passionate. I love it. It's the Latino blood, you know?
The
It's like
Latino
that.
blood.
We're passionate people. So I'm amazed by the beautiful fandom here in Brazil. I've known about it forever. When I was here 5 years ago in Rio, I was so blown away. But I had no idea that the show was so big here.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I learned this, and then over the years of being on social media and seeing people's comments and things that that they've written and posted, I realized, wow, this show has really touched Brazilians, and it means so much. It really does. I love seeing all these faces. It really warms my heart. So thank you.
And how was the energy in there in the panel? Everyone was like, I wasn't here just screaming. So it was like, oh my God.
I felt like I was Madonna or something. I was like, I have to put on a show. It's like, I have to start singing now for everybody. It was really, really uplifting.
And I have to ask, did you eat any Brazilian food?
I'm sorry?
Did you eat any Brazilian
I
food?
have, but I don't know the names. But I had this rice with beans.
Yeah.
From Puerto Rico, we say arroz con gandules, but here it's like arroz con lentils, I think. And it was really good. And then we had some beef that was amazing with this yummy sauce. And but I'm Latina, so I love like rice and beans and meat is my thing.
You mentioned how impressive it is to see how Once Upon a Time touched Brazilians in a special way. Why do you think that the show, and especially Regina, they're so popular around here?
I don't know. You have to tell me. I mean, she's a strong woman, you know. Regina she's a superhero in Storybrooke. So, but I'd love to know. I feel like only you guys can answer that. Yeah.
And talking about the beginning, Once Upon a Time is really big, but how you got the part to be Regina?
I'm sorry?
And how do you got the part to be Regina?
How many other parts to play Regina?
Yeah.
I mean, I was able to play so many versions of her, which was really great for my artistry, because I got to, play just different sides, different colors, and she was kind of like a trickster, She liked to put on disguises and pretend to be somebody else. So the young, the little girl actor who always wanted to play different parts and try different characters, I finally, as an adult, got to do that with this character. And in my career, but especially with her, I was able to play, I think, 12 different versions.
Wow.
And do you have a favorite version of Regina?
I would say the Evil Queen is my favorite version of Regina. I mean, she's just so amazing, deliciously evil, and then she grew so much too, and and Regina was fun too, but the Evil Queen was special.
And how it was to say goodbye to Regina?
Oh, it was heartbreaking. Literally, like, my heart came out of my chest and crushed it when the show was over. It was like, what? I miss her. When I was on that panel and we were watching these scenes, I started getting emotional and teary-eyed because I forgot all these amazing scenes that we filmed, and then seeing Regina with the Evil Queen, it was just like, wow, those two women, those characters were such a big part of my life. And I miss them. I do miss them, but I'm really blessed to have had the opportunity to play her in all versions of her for 7 years. It's amazing.
So it's been 7 years that you did the show. So do you have any fun stories from the backstage? Anything that the fans doesn't know, but if you keep in your heart?
Oh gosh, there's so many. They're more like the touching moments and the bonding moments. Like Rebecca Mader and myself were very good friends. She really is like my sister, and Jared Gilmore is really like my son. But we've all been really close, and Rebecca and I always have like little pranks that we would pull on one another. We would always, have our cups of tea and do silly things, and Jared and I had our rituals, with incense and just having heart-to-heart conversations, and Colin and Josh were just, the guys that were always joking around. And Sean McGuire is one of the funniest human beings I've ever met in my life. I just love him so much. He's just such a great guy. And he's also one of my dear friends. So a lot of us have remained quite close. And with these conventions, we've done some Once Upon a Time tours, and which we were here in Rio. And it really even brings us closer because we're traveling together, and then we're seeing each other outside of that work environment in a different work environment, and then seeing how we are impacting the world. And so it's really brought, we really are Once Upon a Time family.
I wanted to ask you about specifically the Evil Queen, because I don't know, there's always something special about the villains. And she was a villain at the beginning, and then she got some kind of redemption, but she still got all that baggage. How it was to create the Evil Queen and then make her good, but still being a little bit evil.
Yes, that was quite a challenge.
Yeah.
There was many years of being able to play the Evil Queen as just evil. Evil with, layers of pain and fear and anger and revenge. But I feel like we really only saw the Evil Queen evolving into a hero towards the end. So at that point, it was a little bit easier for me to make that transition because I did it with Regina. So Regina, in season 2, started to make that shift and become, somewhat of a hero. She was trying to be as good as she can, but it was really to save her relationship with her son. And then because Henry was so important to her, then she also realized how important family is. And that's what really started to change Regina.
That's really touching.
Yeah.
And the fans, can you try to say Evil Queen in Portuguese?
No.
Yeah, do you know how to say it?
No.
It's rainha.
Rainha. Ma.
Yeah.
Rainha ma. Rainha ma.
So thank you so much, Lana, for being here. We're so excited. I think they all are here to see you.
I know. Thank you so much. Obrigada. I've had such a wonderful time here, and you all are so beautiful. Thank you for having me.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
E a gente volta então daqui a pouquinho aqui pra live.